Hej! Välkomna tillbaka! Today we're going to explore the differences between liten and small in Swedish. Vad är skillnaden mellan liten och små på svenska? Vi kan börja med en repetition. Let's start with a repetition. Previously we've talked about the difference between lite and liten. So let's start with this. Lite betyder a little bit. Lite beskriver hur mycket. Lite is describing how much. Liten beskriver hur stor. Liten is to describe how big or how small the thing is. So liten is for sizes. Lite is for quantity in Swedish. Whilst in English, a little can be used for both quantity, I want to have a little bit coffee, and sometimes also for size. For example, a little boy, a little girl, but not so flexible. It's not so flexible in Swedish. Okay, now let's look at how we use liten and small in Swedish. So what can be very important to understand is that in English, a little and small, they are two different words, they're two separate words. Whilst in Swedish, liten and small, they are actually two forms of a single word, which is liten. So small is actually a conjugation, irregular conjugation of liten in Swedish. So they are not separate words. They are actually the same word in Swedish. Så till exempel, när vi har obestämd adjektiv, då använder vi ett litet hus. When we use the indefinite form of the adjective, when we describe the noun in an indefinite sense, then we would use litet or liten, depending on if it's an ett word or en word. And small is actually the plural form of litet and liten. So plural indefinite form, for example, plural obestämd form, två små hus, två små katter. So small is the plural form. Singular definite form, singular bestämd form, det lilla huset, the little house, but the definite form of liten and lite is lilla. But the definite plural is the same again, it's small. So in Swedish, it's really good to know that the definite form and plural form are actually the same. So now we know that litet and liten is the singular definite form. Small is the plural form. Small is also the plural definite, plural indefinite form. Lila is the singular definite form of the same adjective liten, litet. But it is quite interesting that we have actually another adjective that looks quite alike this adjective, which is lila. Lila, here you see it's a single L, an L, inte två L, not two L. So lila with the single L, it means actually purple in Swedish. So it's good to know so that you don't get confused, and be careful with the spelling also. But do be aware that when you have only one consonant, L, then the vowel before it should be a long vowel. So actually lila and lilla, the little cat, lila, E is much shorter, but E here in purple, lila, is longer. Sometimes when you want to exercise, you can even visualize the length. For example, lilla, lila, lila. So lila is purple, lilla is the little. Sometimes you maybe heard about lille also. So for example, we have the word lillebror, the little brother, lillebror. So maybe you are wondering why we have here, why we have here. Lille. Så vad är lille i lillebror? Var en böjningsform för maskulina adjektiv och för feminina. Till exempel vi har stora syster. Men man använder inte längre i svenska. Den lever kvar i bara enstaka ord. So was a conjugation form of masculine adjectives and is for feminine. For example, in big sister, you would say stora syster, but little brother, lillebror. But it is not like that anymore. You don't use you don't use anymore in Swedish. It's dying out. It only exists in single words. So it is not a rule anymore in Swedish, but you still see it in, for example, lillebror. There is another word which can be confusing, and it is smal. Smal in Swedish looks quite like small in English, but it means totally different. It means something different. It means vertically thin. So now we have a guy who is saying, so you would say han är smal. Han är smal. But for stuffs and things that are horizontally thin, you would say tung in Swedish. So vi har ett tungt papper, a thin paper. You use tungt because the paper is ett word. So ett tungt papper. And there is another adjective which is confusing also, that is tung. You have the nasal, a little bit nasal sound, tung. Tung means heavy. So tung, thin, tung, heavy. Small, also thin, but horizontally thin. Now, let's do a test together and see if you comprehend everything for today. Nu ska vi göra en test och vi får se om vi har förstått allting för idag. Så vi ska fylla i luckorna med lite, liten, lilla eller små. So fill the blanket with lite, liten, lilla eller små. Om du vill ha mer tid kan du pausa video och göra det i lugn och ro. So if you want to have more time, you can pause the video and do it as long as you want. Okej, jag kan läsa upp frågorna. I can read the questions. Jag köpte många saker från affären i morse. 1 pumpa, 2 chili, 3 potatisar, 1 äpple. Det äpplet är så fint så jag vill nästan inte äta det. Nu är jag trött så jag ska dricka kaffe och vila lite. Okej. Nu ska vi titta på facit. Now let's look at the keys. Jag köpte många saker från affären i morse. En liten pumpa, 2 små chili, 3 små potatisar, 1 litet äpple. Det lilla äpplet är så fint, så jag vill nästan inte äta det. Nu är jag lite trött, så jag ska dricka lite kaffe och vila lite. So, lite trött, a little bit tired for quantity. For uncountable things, you use lite. för size, liten. Small, plural form. Litet för ett word. Lilla, singular definite form. Okej, det är allting för idag. Det är lite förvirrande, jag förstår det. Men jag hoppas att du har förstått allting idag och har blivit bättre på adjektiv i svenska. Tack så mycket för att du har lyssnat och tittat på den här videon. Vi ses nästa vecka. Hej då!